Welcome to Jeff's Nut Podcast, where I talk to fellow nuts from the internet. And today's guest is Remjobs from ifunny. So please, get comfortable with a nice tall warm glass of milk and enjoy today's show. Just kind of introduce ourselves here. My name is Jeff, and I have my boy Remjobs here.
Heyo.
What's up?
Nothing much. I don't know if you can hear the constant meowing.
It's all good, man.
That's just the kittens. I don't know how to shut them up.
I've always, like, whenever I was on your, just see like memes and shit you post, I always see Remjobs, like REM. That's from ReZero, right? Like,
It's actually a name I chose back in when I first actually started being a real account in 2016, just about when I started with Remjob. And then I got banned through the years through about 32 or 33 of my accounts. And then it ended up with just Remjob with an S.
yeah, dude. That's around the time I kind of downloaded the app. I think I have been a sub to this account. I don't know. It feels like for years. I don't know how long it's been around.
Yeah. I think it's been around since 2011 or 2012, I think people have said. When I first saw it, it was because a friend of mine in high school was using it for memes, and I didn't have a working phone at the time, so I would always just look at his. I finally bought a phone and I downloaded it then, but I was a Repub account for the first few years I was on it.
I think like my first account, Spook Milk or whatever.
Yeah.
I've probably had that since like 2015, and I've just kind of like if I think of something, I'll try and make a shitty meme and post it. Or lately, it's
Yeah.
just been. I mean, it's mostly Repub, but I just try not to like do it too much.
Hey, no worries.
But yeah, I think ifunny is middle schoolers and high schoolers, and it's like who's trying to be the funniest.
Yeah,
And
it's mostly like young people.
yeah, and like who's trying to be the edgiest. You get certain like niche accounts, and too much of
Yeah.
anything could be cringe, but still, yeah, like I don't know. I like accounts like yours. It's funny. It's
Yeah, I don't really focus on too much of the outside sources anymore. I just use the app for if I see something that I thought was funny or I liked, I just post it. I try and keep it to a small amount of things because I don't want to spam people's sub feeds. I don't know what they do. So I
right.
usually post anywhere from like 3 to 8 things a day, and I just call it a day.
Yeah.
And I just feed and all that.
One of my favorite posts recently. It was the one I reached out to you on.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ray from
Evangelion.
yeah. It's just like this crack ain't shit. He's just passed out on the floor. Oh my
This
god.
crystal meth ain't shit.
Fuck. It's just like humor nowadays is so like obscure and just doesn't make it's like
Yeah,
funny when it doesn't make sense, or like, you know.
I've actually noticed a breakdown. I don't want to be like a fucking schizo or anything. Basically, I've noticed my sense of humor has differed quite vastly from my friends that obviously aren't on the app. Like, I actually have some people that don't do anything except look at memes off Facebook, and then they try and show it to me, and I have to fake a laugh, basically, because I don't want to feel bad them to feel bad like, oh, this isn't funny after all, because it's probably funny to almost everybody else, or for the most part. But for me, I just look at it like, god damn.
Do you have a lot of friends that are know that you like anime? Or they all like close, or are you kind of like a closet weeb?
I'm not closeted at all. I don't mind talking about it. I'm not one of those weebs that owns a lot of anime culture, like figures or posters. The only real anime stuff that I own is I have a couple of disc sets, of some shows I'm planning on watching. I
Mhm.
have a Fully Cooley poster, which is actually in my bedroom.
Oh, sick.
And I guess the only other memorable thing is a Dragon Ball Z sake set that I bought last time I was at GameStop because I thought it was nice, and I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I can still hear your cats. That's hilarious. Don't don't make them go
Yeah,
away. It's funny.
don't mind them. There's
No, it's all good.
six of them. They're just they're just hungry, even though they literally just ate 12 minutes ago.
So, do you remember like the first anime or like your first experience with it? Kind of what got you into it, just in general.
I'd seen anime around before. Like it wasn't just a shutout thing at school or at the house or anything. But my grandparents, they used to be very, how do I say, religious to a point
Mm-hmm.
where if it wasn't like typical 60s type shows, almost certainly wasn't allowed to watch it. Like they never wanted me to watch The Simpsons or Family Guy or any of that stuff for the
Funny
longest.
Family Guy moment.
Actually, we have the guest room next to my room that's usually locked, but I managed to sneak the key away from my grandma and make a copy of it when I was about 13 or so, maybe 14. And I'd always sneak in there when I think they're asleep, and I had like secret episodes of The Simpsons I'd record and I'd watch it in there because that's the only way I could watch anything animated for the most part outside of like actual cartoons like AMC or am I saying that right? AMV, the
Oh, like
basic Acme, like Acme or
ah,
Popeye.
yeah. I
Like
was
what?
like AMV is anime music video.
Yeah, you're right. And one day while I was watching Simpsons, they had an ad for Fox Kids, and they were showing things like Beyblade and Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, holy shit, that looks like The Simpsons, but a little cooler. Because all I was seeing was reruns, pretty much. So
Hmm.
I timed it right with that, and I really loved it. Basically, they were doing a marathon at the time of the original Beyblade series from I think it's 1998 or maybe like mid 2000s. And I basically watched that for 6 hours, and that's what got me into anime. But
Damn. Hell yeah. That's the
the
best way to
first
watch
anime,
it. Binge it.
yeah, the first real anime that I watched unhindered was I believe it was Soul Eater. I'd watch it at the school during my lunch break. I'd go to the library, and the librarian would let me use her computer, and I'd watch like 2 episodes a day.
I don't know if you've seen the Filthy Frank uh weeaboo
Oh,
shit.
I'm not a, I used to watch his videos all the time.
Yeah. It's like my katana collection.
I think I've seen every single Filthy Frank video.
Same, dude. So good. That was around 2016, 2017. To me, it just seemed kind of like a renaissance era for YouTube and,
Yeah,
kind of like the edgy humor. It's
yeah, I
like,
think Filthy Frank dropped off at exactly the right time.
yeah,
Because now he's got his music career and all that. He's popping off. He's doing good
hell
with
yeah.
himself.
I guess you said you've watched a lot of his videos. I mean, he
Yeah,
started his channel, I think, making music,
yeah.
disaster
He used to
music.
make a. He made a few tracks. I think of his Persona Pink guy. I think he called it.
Yeah.
He'd do
He had
that,
an
and
album.
yeah, he did have an album.
Uh,
Hell yeah.
I remember I would just like act like pink guy sometimes, but not like
Oh yeah.
not like be like that kid, but just kind of
Yeah.
say
Just
something
don't
every
be.
now and then. And on the night of us graduating, uh, me and some of my friends were in Walmart, just walking around, and I was like, we saw these like kids that we didn't like about our age.
Look at all those cringe normies.
They were going down the aisle like beside us, well, like the aisle over from us. And
Yeah.
I think me and my friends were just kind of riled up. And I was like, just did like a pink guy noise. And this, it's super cringe now that I look at it. But I was just like,
It's kind of gay.
yeah.
Kind of gay to me, man.
I was just kind of like, yes. And like,
Yeah.
and then like we heard from the aisle over, the guys are just like, gay.
Gay.
I just remembered being so mad.
I think there's something about just being called gay in high school that activates the fight or flight response.
Yeah. Or like your mom, or like, it's just so funny now because
Mom.
everything is so like subverted and like.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like
you
you
know.
can't get that sort of feeling anymore, more or less, without somebody getting offended. You can't just say stuff like that most of the time.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of, you know, you don't really get that like whole old school Xbox Live rage feel, but like, I mean, of course, you know, you have people getting offended over bullshit now, but you know,
And that's never
anything.
I don't
Right.
think that's ever really going to change in terms like that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's why it's nice to just hop on ifunny every now and then. I don't like to get involved in drama or anything, but it's just looking at some of the stuff people say or do on there. It's just you can't get that anywhere else most of the time.
Right. Yeah. Like, I think reading the comments is the most entertaining to me, or looking for comments where people are like arguing over something stupid.
I don't even really look for it. Most of the time, it's just stuff that people have repubbed, and it's like a random comment. It's like blatant racism or stupidity or sexism. It's like, okay, this is funny because there's no way somebody's this stupid. So it's either a joke or this guy is legit retarded.
Exactly. And then like the one that's like the person that's usually right has like the most likes on their shit, and the other guy's
Exactly.
just kind of like, you gay, or like, you know.
It's like you write an entire paragraph, you get 6 likes, and then somebody just calls you gay, and they get like 500.
Yeah. Trending. God. Have so I guess, speaking of like people that kind of get mad in comments, have you ever had someone get mad and like confront you about stuff?
Yes, I have, and it was over the dumbest thing. You remember Robot World with Big Weld and all that?
Yeah.
It was just like a meme, about 50 seconds of just the repeat of the big corporate guy saying, "Where's Big Weld?" And it just he does that nin sound for a solid minute. And I only saved it because he had me blocked for some reason. Like, so many people have me blocked and I don't even know them that I stopped caring. But if I see something I like and it won't let me like it, half the time I'll just download it and repost it. So that happened. I quote unquote stole it from him and I reposted it. Apparently it got like 3 times as many likes as his or something. And he basically went over 50 or more of my posts just saying you're bad over and over again.
Yeah, kids just are like, you know, since it could be like high schoolers or even middle schoolers, you know, they just don't really have a sense of like maybe like social cues, or just kind of like understand, like they don't just understand, like, if you know, even if like they kind of make this long-winded comment, you know, it could be about anything, make this like long-winded comment, like sometimes just no one really cares.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I like to do on there. If I actually do end up getting hater, I just find it. I like to play the just I guess you're right, so they'll shut up card.
Yeah.
And almost every single time it works.
Yeah,
and
they get mad.
it doesn't work, they usually end up being my friend or something. Like you go, okay, you're actually one of the cool ones. Thanks. I was just cutting the argument short so I wouldn't have to be on one of those 90 comment string things
True.
that end up evolving into something completely different.
This show is brought to you by our sponsor. Ah, hey there, RemJobs. How's it going?
Hi there, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing good, but boy, you sure are stinky.
Yeah, I sure do wish I had a soap or shampoo or possibly body wash, depending
Oh,
on the situation.
I checked your mailbox. Someone sent you a free bar of soap. No one other
Really?
than Harry's Bar Soap.
Wow.
Here,
Is
take
that the
a.
same Harry's Bar Soap from the Harry's Bar Soap Company at harrys.soap.com?
It sure is. And boy, take a
Wow.
whiff of this soap.
Wow, that doesn't smell like chemicals. I
Wow.
love it.
This smells like a real man and definitely not a gamer or weeaboo.
Wow, is this their new garbage fire charcoal flavored?
It sure is.
Wow, that smells like Detroit. I love it. I can't wait to use this on my naked, sudsy body.
Yeah, and they told me if you yeah, so Harry's Bar Soap, if you go to their website and plug in the promo code Harry's Bar Soap, you can buy one
Harry with
and get
H.
6 bars for free.
Wow, 6 bars.
That could last you a
I wish
lifetime.
I had 6 bars. I'm gonna blow through this one in a week. Maybe less.
Harry's
I be
Bar
taking
Soap.
so much bath.
Damn, you smell good now.
Thanks. It's because I used water. Oh, and soap.
So, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch things up. This is
Hell
going to
yeah.
be, I'm going to call it my hot seat lightning round. Okay?
All right.
I'm going to ask
I'm a
you
whole-
some either or questions and you know, just pick your favorite. I might actually be able to get all this done within 30 seconds.
Sure, why not? Let's try for a speed run.
All right, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
you ready? RemJobs
Oh, yeah.
for your lightning round hot seat.
I am ready.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Pee pee or poo poo?
Pee pee.
Chimps or apes?
Oh shit, that's a tough one. Apes. I like apes more.
Oh no, I fucked up the timer. Okay, hang on.
Well,
okay.
Well, we're only 2 questions in. It's fine.
Okay, we'll just pretend that these are new. Okay, you ready? Favorite number?
45.
15.
That's a nice.
Yeah. Favorite letter of the alphabet?
I like
You got 7, 6,
Q.
5.
Q.
Say one Japanese word. 2.
Squid. Konnichiwa.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Awesome.
You know, we got 3 questions in. I think that's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
We did. Hell yeah.
And my last one, I only had one left. It's have you been to Africa?
No, I have not, but I've pondered going over there for the anti-poaching regime because I really want to do something similar to that, try and protect animals to an extent. It got to the point where I was working hard towards it. I was looking into it and all that, and then someone basically stopped me and said, "You know, they're super fucking racist in South Africa. You're probably going to get harassed a shit ton." And it basically made me stop for like a second, like, man, am I really going to get harassed so hard that I'll have to quit my job if I go over there? Because all I want to do is go over there. I'd want to, like, prevent poachers from killing giraffes and shit.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
True. I wonder how that would, like, work. Like,
you basically, you're on a team, more or less. You are armed, obviously, because there's going to be poachers. And you're basically going around encampments or sanctuaries and making sure there's no traps, there's no holes in fences, and obviously if there's poachers trying to kill the animals, you stop them however you can. Because these are endangered species most of the time. You don't want them to be killed off or anything, because that would be awful. You're trying to protect them at all costs. And it can be dangerous, because obviously you can get shot at or stabbed or whatever.
Fuck.
And of course, the animals themselves might not like you.
A fucking
Sucks to be
hippo
you.
just eats you.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about hippos. Those things are fucking scary, man.
I know.
Like, when I first learned about them, I'm like, oh, these are like squishy creatures. And then I read, oh, they can bite an alligator in half. And like, god damn.
Right. I mean, you've seen the videos of like the dude like throwing the watermelon in its mouth, and it's just like a grape.
That's not even the word. Like, they're fast. They're fucking fast. They're not even slow.
Fuck.
What is their I mean, their weakness is their like easily exposed flesh. If they take like a small wound, they're fucked up. Like, I watched a documentary of a herd. I guess you call them a herd of hippos defending a calf against an alligator, and one of the hippo's teeth actually gnashed or gashed the baby, and he ended up dying because he got an infection.
Fuck.
It was so sad. Like, they defended against the alligator, and one of them actually ripped the alligator's tail off and threw him into the air. It was fucking sick, but it ended up being them that killed the baby.
Fuck. Yeah, dude, they're huge too. Like,
yeah,
I would not want to end up in the wild with the.
Like, imagine a hippo with the skin of a rhino or an alligator. They'd be fucking unstoppable.
Oh my god.
That's literally their only weakness, is they have like soft flesh that can be easily torn.
Mm-hmm.
That's all their weakness is.
Just like gamers, we have weak skin.
You're right. You're not wrong. I know some guys that are, I guess, well, obviously gamers.
Yeah. It's,
and they have.
I love the fucking just like gamer stigma meme of like, I'm a gamer.
That means I hate women.
Yeah, all this like bullshit, like beta ass gamers.
Hell yeah,
I'm a gamer, dude. Gamer. I saw some post where it was like, here it is.
How many war crimes have you committed?
A girl and a gamer? Whoa, mama. Humana. Bazoing.
Humana.
Eyes pop out. Awooga. Woof.
Yeah, I remember those memes.
God. Gamers, we're all gamers at heart.
Hell yeah.
All right.
You're a player, I'm a gamer. You get chicks, I get arrested for hate crime.
I threaten the school, or you go out with me.
Would you A, go out with me, or B, bury your family next week?
Fuck. Welcome to ifunny.
The one place where fame doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And actually,
unless you're ifunny chef.
I don't even think he has good publicity. Like, the more subs you have on here, the more likely you are you get fucked over in one way or another.
ifunny chef and Mia Khalifa.
Oh my god, do you remember the Meme Academy thing?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was awful.
Oh my god.
I wonder how much she got paid for that.
Fuck.
Well, obviously, way too much.
Definitely. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's just like ads. It has to be the ads, right? Like, I don't even know.
The ads are just abhorrent. This podcast is sponsored by V8 Internet.
Okay, cool.
V8
right, there you go. This
a wonderful source of fruit juice and vitamin A and C, because I'm drinking a banana smoothie.
You don't like vegetables, huh? Get some V8.
Is your kid a loser? Does your kid hate the taste of broccoli because it tastes like shit?
Broccoli tastes like shit. Don't eat it.
Give your kid a fucking V8.
Dude, just drink it.
He
It's
won't change his
badass.
outlook on life, but maybe you can sneak a cauliflower in there somewhere.
Damn, just
V8.
blend it on up. Yeah, so
V8.
go to v8.com and type
Enter
in
promo code Homo Vegetable for
HOMO
2% off.
VEGETABLE for 10% off of your first purchase of your 48 ounce of V8.
V8, because you're too poor to afford a blender.
So, a classic question you hear, you could hear this at your local, at the grocery store or at
The library.
local Smash tournament.
Yeah.
The kid turns around. It's like, so man, subs or dubs?
Yeah. Oh shit. My friends are mostly dubs, and I think they're honestly just lazy because they don't want to read and watch it. But I'm subs all the way for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they put more emotion into their voice lines. I know I can't understand it. It's just like, why do I care what their voice sounds like when all I'm doing is reading the text? But it really makes a difference.
I usually am kind of split on it. Sometimes if the subs are kind of whack,
trash.
And I mean, there's countless like YouTube videos on like funny ass sub, or dub. I'm sorry, funny like dubs. But yeah, I'm about half and half.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like that one self-righteous person that's like, I don't want to watch dubs. I'm subs all day, every day, by myself.
True.
Because there's a lot of shows that I've watched dubbed, and I prefer them in dub. Like, obviously the classics, like Full Metal Alchemist and all that. Naruto, I guess. I haven't watched well, who am I kidding? I've seen a shit ton of One Piece, but nothing compared to the whole series.
That once was a,
named
like
Roger the Pirate.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I think that's the funniest shit ever.
One of my friends actually started collecting the One Piece box sets. He was like, I'm going to collect the entire series. And I'm like, no, you're fucking not.
God damn.
You have no idea how much there is.
God.
He has, like, from episode 1 to episode 50. I'm like, okay, I'm almost halfway there. He was like, no, you're like not even a fraction of a percent there. And it's still going.
What would you say is your favorite of all time anime?
I've had a lot that I really like. I guess one that's ranked a little high for me because it's sort of a sleeper. It's one that came out not too long ago, like maybe 3 years or so. Inuyashiki, I think it's Rise of a Hero. It gets a lot of hate because the animation is kind of like 3D CGI BS.
Yeah.
But you get used to it after a while. It's a story about an old man and a young high schooler who, for some reason, get killed off by aliens, and they get rebuilt these superhuman cyborgs. And one of them, the young kid, turns into basically a serial killer.
Fuck.
And the old man turns into the superhero. It's got a lot of heartfelt moments to it that if you can really get into it, I think it could really pull at the heartstrings for the most part.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so I actually have one more question. Aliens. Are they real? Do you believe in them? Do you know anyone who thinks they're real or has had interactions?
I do believe in them, but I don't believe we've had encounters yet. I want to believe, obviously, that we're not the only ones. I don't believe the whole concept of we're this freak civilization that's a 1 in a trillion chance that everything perfect happens. I can see that, like, watching the videos of, like, what all transpired for everything to get where it is. That makes sense. I'm like, okay, that's understandable, but then they delve off into like the possibilities of there being another alien civilization somewhere is next to nothing, and I'm like, bitch, that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. Like, come on. The
Like,
universe
come
is
on.
fucking huge. You're
And
telling me there's
I don't
not
know
even
if this
like
is still up to date. I don't know if
Yeah.
this is still up to date, but it's like we've only explored not even a fraction of it, not even a
Yes.
fraction of a percent yet.
Exactly.
And you're trying to say that?
Have you had an encounter or know anyone who maybe has?
I've met a couple people that are very adamant about the fact that they have an encounter. They've had an encounter of some kind. I can't necessarily name anything specific, but usually it's like, oh, I saw this strange creature in the middle of the night, or I came into contact with someone who clearly wasn't human. And it's always something like that. It's
Dude,
not like,
they
oh,
have
I
to,
got
though.
abducted and he shoved his entire fist in my ass or something.
That's called probing.
That's what
Fuck.
I hope that doesn't happen to me. I don't mind if I get abducted, but keep your hands out of my prostate. That's all. That's
That'd
all.
be so
hear.
goddamn scary. Like getting probed, or like
Yeah.
like some beam come down from the sky. Shit.
I don't mind that whole part. Just stay out of my body.
Stay out of my asshole.
Unless you're hot. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the aliens are like super hot. That's my dream.
Hey, you never know. Always have
If I'm gonna
faith.
like maybe they have like 8 pairs of tits or something.
Yeah. Leave it on that note.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Probe me and have 8 tits. That's all I need.
Please probe me. Please. If you're listening to this broadcast, aliens,
I'm on latitude 367, longitude 642 at this house specifically. I'll leave the door unlocked. Not that you need it.
Just like through the ceiling.
Hell yeah.
This has been Jeff and Remjobs.
I'm Remjob.
Would you like Remjobs? Would you like to do you have any announcements or any shout outs or just anything you want to kind of plug?
Stay in school, kids. It sucks, but some of it's okay.
Exactly.
Just don't listen to your math teacher. You're never gonna use the slope of a variable, you fucking idiot. Just learn how to do basic math and you'll survive.
Exactly. God damn. All right. Epic.
Yeah.